Israeli police raid on Masjid al-Aqsa triggered violence. Enlarge this transition caption. Ahmad Garabli AFP via Ahmad Garabli AFP via Israeli police raids on al-Aqsa Mosque, the holiest Muslim site in Jerusalem, have triggered an escalation of violence in recent days that has drawn many regional actors into a LY roundabout. While police said they were working to clear men who barricaded compound, throwing firecrackers and stones in middle of week, social media videos of attacks showed Israeli officers in riot police chasing Palestinians inside mosque and beating them with sticks. These shocking acts of physical violence sparked dozens of missiles fired at Israeli targets from southern Lebanon, the Gaza Strip, Israeli retaliatory airstrikes both sites, and a double strike on civilians in the occupied West Bank. Tel Aviv following Friday left 2 Anglo-Israeli settlers and an Italian tourist. The militant group Hamas did not take responsibility for either Friday attack, but instead lauded them as valid retaliation for the previous behavior of the Israeli police. On Saturday, announced that it would close the entry of Palestinians into Israel from the West Bank, and also suspend special entry permits for Palestinians in Gaza to visit for Ramadan prayers and business. The escalating conflict in Israel and the occupied territories played against the backdrop of religious celebrations that serve to intensify hostilities and inflame existing tensions between different communities. At a time of maximum political pressure on Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu, who has faced weeks of relentless criticism for coalition government's plans to weaken the country's judicial system, protesters continue their weekly rallies but have agreed to cancel a march against proposed law. One protest leader told NPR the decision was made because it was a busy period for the national police forces. On Friday, 2 Anglo-Israeli sisters were shot in a car while traveling in the occupied West Bank. Their mother survived, but was hospitalized after being severely injured. Later in the day, a Palestinian-Israeli citizen from a village near Tel Aviv plowed his car into tourists walking along the city's boardwalk, injuring several and killing an Italian. Israeli police killed the driver after he said he was reaching for an object that looked like a gun, but later admitted it wasn't a weapon. His family denies any intention to carry out any attack. The behavior of Israeli police around al-Aqsa Mosque earlier this week was reminiscent of other incidents that had previously led to larger fires in the area. In the eyes of many Palestinians, such raids symbolize Israel's growing expansion and occupation, mainly concentrated in Palestinian territories, with a staunch Jewish nationalist currently serving as Israel's security minister. Netanyahu also announced that his government is calling in reserve forces to the country's largely paramilitary border force from Sunday to confront what it calls terrorist attacks. Daniel Estrin of NPR in Tel Aviv contributed to reporting.